Hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of J Vlogs. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks. Alright, so I want to say enough respect to all the people who have to get up extra early in the morning for go work, like 12 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock, them hours, and big up to the people who have to go work, the regular AM shift, like 7, 8 AM. But yeah, enough respect to them. So welcome again to another episode. In this episode, I'll be looking at relationships. I'll give you some tips or some advice that you could use when going into a relationship. So I know a lot of people have been in relationships before, but you have these rare cases where some persons have never been in a relationship before, and I'm not talking about teens alone, but young adults. Ages 20 to 25. Some people have never been in a relationship for various reasons. It could be that they were focused on school. They could be be locked up in the house, cloaked up by the parent, So various reasons why people actually, weren't interested or weren't in a relationship. Alright, so the things that I want to look at today is, the first one I want to look at is maintaining yourself in a relationship. What do I mean by maintaining yourself in a relationship? Alright, it simply means that whenever you decide to go in a relationship, right, you have to maintain your values and your goals. You have to maintain yourself in such a way that whatever you bring to the relationship, you ensure that you work hard at it. You continue to work hard at your goal. You continue to do the things that you used to do, because before you enter the relationship, remember, you used to do things for yourself, for your friends, for your family. So you should continue doing those while you're in a relationship. Being in a relationship doesn't mean that you're going to change overnight and say, alright, here what, I'm going to put aside my goals just so my partner goes. No, that's not how it works. It's always good to put both of your goals together and work at them, right? So make sure you maintain the things that you used to do when you were single. Add that to the relationship as well. So you have to maintain yourself when you're in a relationship. The second thing I want to look at is keeping it real. People, this is very, very, very important. You have to be real. You have to be honest with yourself. Going into a relationship, you have to be honest with yourself. You have to keep it real, right? Get things out there from the start. Like, literally get things out there from the start. That you're going into a relationship, you come together with the person and say, here what, this is me, this is my personality, this is how I behave and stuff. Like, being real and true to yourself always helps in the relationship, because it get the cobweb out. You get the cobweb off and it's alright, then this is me, and this is the type of person I am. Can you accept me as I am? And I expect that your partner to accept you as the way you are, because you're trying to build something good. So always keep it real with yourself, try to be honest, and hopefully your partner can be the same. Alright, keep your interests. So keep the relationship interesting, right? This meaning that you're going to do things with your partner, you're going to ensure that the enthusiasm is there in the relationship, so that it don't just fade away. Like, after the 3 to 6 months period, the lovey-dovey and everything, and going out and stuff, you're kind of settling in the relationship. No, right? You have to continue to keep that energy going. You have to continue to build that relationship, because remember, the first 3 months, first 6 months, the first year, you're still building the foundation for the relationship. I know some people might build it faster than some based on their experience. From one partner might have experience and the next partner may not have experience. And in the rare case when both persons coming together at a certain age and starting a relationship, both of you need to build a foundation, and also building it strong. So keep the interest going, keep it flowing, keep the energy level up, and trust me, relationship will be good. Again, make your intentions clear. This is very, very important when going into a relationship, right? Going into a relationship, don't go in and just expect everything to be perfect. No, it won't be perfect. Trust me. Make your intentions clear. Come together, sit down, have a conversation, say, hey babes, or hey hubby, this is what I want, this is what I'm bringing to the relationship, and these are my expectations, right? And I expect your partner to do the same thing. So don't come together as one and sit down and reason. Simply state your intentions, right? Simply say, hey, I want to help you to be successful in life. I want to help you to reach your goals. I want you to help me to reach my goals. I want you to support me. I want you to be there for me. I want you to stand by my side. So by getting it out on the table from the start is really, really good. It helps to build the relationship, helps to make the relationship stronger. Those kind of fundamental things help to build relationships, and relationships tend to work better that way. All right, that is very important. In a relationship, as you may know already, there's no more there's no more I'm the only one doing this, I'm the only one taking care of the bills. That's how you're thinking. You're thinking that I'm going to have to do this, I'm going to have to buy the girl gift, I'm going to have to buy the guy, I can't bother with. No, you don't go in with that mentality, right? Being in a relationship is like a friendship. Sometimes you buy your friend stuff, sometimes you buy, your family. It's like that. You go into a relationship, you're going with an open mind to know that people come in different packages. Not everyone will be the same. Not everyone will be like a family member or something like that. So you have to go in with confidence and know that, alright, it's no more an I, but a we. I always hear the saying, it's a we, it's a partnership. You come together, it's a partnership. You and the person work together. So you have to look at it that way. You can't be selfish and feel like, alright, it's me alone, and that's how it no. Both of you need to come together and work together. So cut out the I and start this we thing. Think about it. Like if I'm buying something, think about the person. Buy for the person as well. If you're going out, think about taking out that person with you. You're a team now, and this helps to build a relationship because you're involving your partner into the relationship, which really, really helps to grow the relationship and strengthen the relationship. Because when you involve the person, it shows interest. It shows that it shows that you're interested in the person. So that really helps to build your relationship and make it stronger. Alright, so cut out the I thing and the me thing. It's a we thing now, togetherness. Alright, so I want to look at the next one now. How your partner receive, how your partner receive and accept love. Right? How do you receive and accept love? Alright, act of service, that's very, very important. Because I know, especially when you reach adulthood, you have a lot of responsibilities, right? You have bills to pay, you have some people might have kids, that kids are, you have big responsibility when you have kids. You have stuff to take care of. You're going to school, you're going to work, you have to run errands and stuff. By doing act of service, or giving, act of service, you pretty much say, hey babes, you want me to pick up something for you, you want me to drop off something for you, you want me to pick you up from work, you want to, offer a helping hand to your partner to let that person, feel that you actually care. You do care, but you want them to feel it. So you have to do things to allow them to feel that love and feel that energy from you. Alright? So make sure them feel it. Alright, so the physical touch. Oh Lord, physical touch is very, very important in a relation. I know people love to kiss, them love to touch. Sex will be involved and stuff with some relationships. But try to take it slow. Build on the things, talk about stuff, go out, enjoy each other, get things out in the open. And then when they get physical, then it's so much better because, you and the person, you and the person sit down and talk and pretty much, bond, on an intellectual level, you and the person have that bond. So when you go into the physical, it kind of go hand in hand. It does transfer. There's a smooth transition, from the whole mental to the physical now, right? Because you're the person already reasoning and the talk, and you know not have that bond going on. So when you go down to the whole physical, everything does go hand in hand together. All right. Quality time is very important. You know, females love quality time. Everyone, to me, everyone love quality time, but females, you know, love quality time. They love to, you know, be cared for and stuff. As well as men, you know, men are kind of laid back to some extent, but you know, everyone deserves quality time. You know, everyone deserves that, and it's very important. It helps to build a relationship. You know, spending quality time with your partner help to, you know, both of you help to just be laid back and relax and talk about stuff. You know, talk about, you know, goals. You know, look on in the future where you guys, you know, want to go together. You know, as a team, and that helps. So you have to incorporate that. So the person can receive the love and care. Affection, oh Lord, showing affection, oh Lord, that's very, very important. Babes, I love you, you know, baby, I love you too. Come and give you a massage, you know, them little stuff there. You know, you love the person, you show your affection, you know. The person put on a pants or a shirt and you like it, tell them, say, hey, you know, that shirt really, you know, make you glow, you know, you're glowing and stuff, you know, you're beautiful, you know, that. Yeah, the pants they have on, you swag up on everything, you know, everything does look up like 7. So, you know, you have to show your affection and make the person feel, you know, love and cared for. Because it goes far away, you know, people. Trust me, saying this little stuff to your partner, it goes a far away. It helps them to feel better about themselves, and it helps your relationship as well. So you're doing good. You're actually doing yourself good and doing the person good. So that's very good. This is very important. Gifts. People, don't worry about, oh, me have to spend on him, oh, me have to spend on her, I don't have no money to spend on her, I don't have no money to spend. Get rid of that. Like, literally get rid of that. Once you go into a relationship, people going to want gifts. They're going to want to enjoy the relationship. They're going to want Valentine's Day, they're going to want a gift. Christmas, they're going to want a gift. You know, a lot of people don't celebrate Valentine's Day, but oh well. Yeah. You know, special days, birthdays, you know, if you don't have it, I'll understand, but let your partner know say you don't have it, right? Let your partner know say you're not rich. That's why I said from the start, you lay it out on the table, lay out your expectations, be yourself, be straight up with the person. If you're a poor person, say, hey, I'm poor, and these are my goals I want, and this is what I want to achieve. You know, I want you to be there with me for me to achieve these goals. You know, I see you as the type of person that I can spend the rest of my life with. You know, or if you don't want to take it to that extent, you know, I see myself, you know, enjoying life with you. I see myself, you know, building something good with you. So this is my situation. I'm not a rich person, but you know, I'm motivated, you know, I'm willing to work and stuff, and if I have the money, I'll definitely get you stuff. Alright? And females, I know a lot of females not working and stuff, and you know, want to depend upon the man too much, but make him know, say, hey, you know, say I'm not working and stuff, but you know, I am willing to spend that extra dollar on you. And females, this is a trick. If you're talking to a guy that already has money and stuff like that, listen, take the money from him and go buy him a gift. Like literally take fiancé money and buy him a gift. Take the whole light and just fix up something nice for him. Carry him on dinner. Buy him some stuff. Surprise him. You know, at the same money where him give I spend back on him, you know. It makes sense. It shows that you actually care and love the person. So, you know, it's not all about you. It's not all about you. It's about caring for the person. If you don't have no money and the person spending on you, put aside a little to surprise them. Put aside a little to know that, alright then, if he's spending on me so much, I'm going to use back his money and spend on him to make him feel good. To be honest, the man not gonna feel a way about that. He's going to be happy. Trust me, probably love him more for that. Because him knows you have him back. Him knows you're standing there with him and you're willing to even take fee money and spend on him. So sometimes men look at the smaller things in life and say, alright, that girl is really genuine and you know, she's my wife. You know, just write it out, she's my wife, this is it. You know, this is the type of girl. So men look at the small things. They look at some little bitty things, you know. So yeah, make sure you have that in mind. Alright, so those are the acts of service. Next thing I want to look at is expressing yourself. Alright? This is very, very important, people. You see me, I look on him? Look on me good. You have to express yourself. You can't hold down your feelings in a relationship. you won't get far. It's like you're hiding things. Those are like keeping secrets. Express yourself. By expressing yourself, do it in a respectful manner, right? Call your partner, hey baby, I have something I want to tell you about, talk to you about, I have something on my mind that's been bothering me. Can we sit and talk about it? I know sometimes it's not always like that. Sometimes you get angry and you're frustrated at work and everything, filtering in, and everything, you just feel like a burden on your shoulder and then it just explode. So you have to work on the communication in the relationship. You have to know how to talk to your partner. Ensure that you treat your partner with respect, so your partner will treat you with respect. Give respect and you get respect. That is very, very important. So you want to bring up a topic, work on the approach, right? Learn how to approach your partner. Once you learn how to approach your partner, then it gets easier to talk about the issues. Like, don't push aside the issues. Like, pushing aside the issues won't help the relationship at all. That would only make things creep up. Those little issues add up, everything add up and it creep up on you and then burden the relationship and then everything does explode. So always find a way to talk about the relationship, talk about the issues in the relationship, and that would really help you, and that is basically expressing yourself, simply finding an approach, expressing how you feel honestly and truthfully, and that will help to build a relationship some more. So always express yourself. Again, as I mentioned just a while ago, get rid of the issues. Like the small issues that arise, don't push them aside and say, hey, nobody with that. No, talk about it, resolve them quickly. Like the smallest issues, resolve them. They can be resolved in 5-10 minutes. Sit down, talk about it, you have your ideas, he has his ideas, and come together and resolve them. You have an issue, him have an issue, you find the cause and effect of that issue. What caused you to feel like that? What caused him to feel like that? What caused that argument? What caused you to say that? Probably overreact, probably misinterpret what he said. Probably him say it in a tone that you never like. Probably you feel disrespected. Both honestly don't want to reason about and say, here what, alright then. And it's always good to acknowledge when you do something wrong. Like, ladies and gentlemen, it's best to acknowledge that you do something wrong. Once you be true to yourself and you say, alright, this was my fault, and you take blame for it and you say, hey babes or hey boo, this was my fault, I overreacted. It's always good to acknowledge that. It helps to make the relationship flow, so the person don't feel like you're blaming them for everything. Nobody wants to be, take the blame. But if you do something wrong genuinely, just man up to it and say, here what, I did something wrong, and I'm willing to work on it, right? It's always good to do that. So set the framework is the last one. So all those things kind of set the framework for a successful relationship, to be honest. By doing all of these tips will help you to make your relationship better. It's not everything, but at least these tips, I hope these tips can help you to pretty much, give you an idea of, what you need to do in a relationship, right? So this is just, you set the framework for the type of relationship that you want. All these tips can help you. Also, I want to touch on going into a relationship at age 20, 25, or 25 to 30. Most of you are successful already. Some people are not. Whenever you find a person that's successful and they're talking to somebody that's less successful than them, you always find power struggle, right? You don't want that in a relationship. You don't want to have that power struggle. I said the woman is successful and the man is not successful. So he feels, belittled. He feel like, she's, so far above him that, him not feel respected and stuff. So people, even though you're successful, try not to flaunt your success on the person. Instead of flaunting your success, help the person to lift them up, right? Help to put them in a position where they can be as successful as you, or even better. When both persons are successful, it is so much better. You work hand in hand, right? Getting an education, getting a degree, starting your own business, getting a good job. It is really, really important that you help your partner. You level out the playing field. Alright? So don't believe that, because I have car and I have a house, that person is going to to drain my pocket and them. So don't go in with that mentality. Go in with that open mind and, you know, state, hey, I don't want somebody to use me. You know, if you're going to use me, then bam, you're going to use you too. So make your intentions clear from the start. And don't go into the mentality that, oh, you have to spend. No, start out slow, you build your relationship. If you don't have to spend, you don't need to spend. It is always good to treat the person good, treat the person right. Always show interest, you know. Not because you're busy with work mean that you're not going to pay the person attention. Giving the person attention is vital. And give it in certain amounts, you know, give it in portions. Give it in portions, right? Don't just give the person attention all day long. Give them in portions. You wake up in the morning, you text the person 5-10 minutes, bam, you finish. You go work, lunchtime, you check up on the person, bam, 5-10 minutes. You go home. If you and the person live together, you know, say I will go home to the person and, you know, you're going to spend the rest of the night with them. You know, if you live far apart, the same texting method, the same calling method, don't burden the person's phone. Don't dip on the person back every minute. Don't come with the problems because they have other stuff to focus on. You need to focus on other stuff as well. Right? So don't burden the person, you know. Just find room, find the time, take the time out to make sure that, you know, you entertain the person. And don't filter, you know, filter out the stress from work into your relationship. Never do that. Don't filter out problems that you're having with other people into your relationship. Never do that. Alright? So, with all of that said, people, remember the steps. Remember the steps that I tell you. Let me go over them again with you. So, maintain yourself in a relationship. You know, maintain your goals and stuff. You know, help a person, you know, with their goals and stuff. Keeping it real. Be straightforward. Be honest. You know, tell the person what you want, your expectations. Hear their expectation. Always listen as well. That's very important. Make your intentions clear. You know, from the start, make your intentions clear what you want in relationship. Remember, there's no more I and me, but a we, a togetherness, a teamwork thing, right? Help your relationship to make better. How your partner receive love and care. Act of service is one, the physical touch is one, quality time is one, affection is one, and giving of gift is one. The next one I look at is express yourself in a respectful manner, right? Express yourself, people. Be respectful about it, you know, and your relationship will be stronger. Avoid the petty issues, talk about them, get them, you know, resolved, you know, and that will help your relationship and set the framework. And I also touched on, you know, spending in relationship and stuff like that, and, you know, giving the person, you know, giving the person time, balancing it and stuff like that. So yeah, so I hope you enjoy this vlog. Hope you enjoy this vlog. I know it might be long, but, you know, enough respect to the people who actually tune in and watch the vlogs them. A lot of respect for you. So remember to like, subscribe and share, people. Thanks very much for watching. That's it. Bye bye.